Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reflecting on a video that I made exactly 1 year ago called How I'm Prepping for 2022. And if you want to watch along with me, you can right here. But to save time, since in this video it is 7 minutes long, I'm kind of rambling about the goals I had set for myself for this year. I'm gonna kind of skip to each of the goal, kind of like give myself a blurb to talk about it. Whether I accomplished the goal, whether I kind of got close to the goal and I fell short, or if, the goal just didn't work out this year. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Liesl, and I'm just a 20-something-year-old making videos for the internet to see as I figure out my way around this world and in life. So come along for the journey with me if you guys are interested, and subscribe down below. So let's get started. Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel today. I will say, I know that I look a million times different than I did a year before. I have short hair. Now it's back to my natural color versus the girl in this video who has long milk tea brown hair. I will say I was starting my kind of K-drama watching experience and I really fell in love with just the brown hair look, but now I'm a short hair girly with black hair. So is it healing to go back to your natural color? I don't know, but I have bangs, so that should say something. Let's go to my first goal. Number 1, traveling more. I feel like when you are in your early 20s, everyone tells me, oh, you should travel the world. Travel while you have the time. That I did do this year, I will say. And I traveled beyond my own expectations. After I filmed this video, I went on my first trip with my boyfriend to New York. And that's different because I've always gone to New York with my family. And it was so cool seeing New York in a different perspective. Kind of going into the year, I went to Atlanta, Georgia a bunch of times. And by a bunch of times, I mean twice. For twice, and for Blackpink. And also getting to see and explore the aquarium and actually being able to live and remember that experience, because I've only been to Georgia only a handful of times when I was little, and that's just to go visit the Asian market down there because it's really big. I also got to travel with my friends to Chicago for the first time to go see the one, the only Miss Olivia Rodrigo. And honestly, I didn't have any high expectations going to Chicago because I've only ever seen it through my friends' stories and those who live there. But I really fell in love with Chicago. And I feel like it's a really nice city. But I would definitely love to go back to Chicago next year and just kind of explore more than 48 hours. And then obviously the big kicker is that I lived in San Francisco for 3 months, which was pretty insane, living in a city. And again, San Francisco is one of those cities that I visited when I was little, but I never got to immerse myself. And living in a city is way different than visiting a city, obviously, because you get to be surrounded by the noise, by the ambiance, by the people, by the atmosphere. And San Francisco really solidified my need and my want to live in a city in the future. If it's San Francisco, that's cool. If it's New York, that's great. And that's something I'm looking forward to building on more in the coming year. And I also moved back to the East Coast. I got to travel across the country. And that was insane because we went from California, we drove through Arizona, through New Mexico, through Arkansas, through Tennessee, and all the way to North Carolina. And that took over 3 days, and that was a different experience that I actually didn't even expect myself to experience in my lifetime. Just traveling has opened my eyes to a larger horizon, and I'm so excited as the world continues to open up that we'll get more opportunities to travel next year. Let's see, number 2. Create more. So I know what you're thinking. Liesl, didn't you promise to post every week since you announced that you're back on YouTube? Yeah, that's true. I didn't post every week, and that's just because life kind of gets in your way when you're trying to move across the country and back. But as you can tell, I have a lot of free time with my new posting schedule on Wednesdays. So that should tell you how much time I want to prioritize into creating more for the rest of the year and what I hope to bring into next year. I also was able to relaunch my sticker shop on Redbubble, but I am planning on moving it to a more tangible store where I get to like make the stickers myself, send them out, so stay tuned for that. I'm falling back in love with photography. I've gotten into film photography a lot this year, and I've been posting about all of those little fun photo adventures on my Liesel's Photos account on Instagram, which is right here. So yeah, if you guys want to stay up to date on those, feel free to follow. And also another cool thing I've been doing is on my account by Liesel, which kind of encompasses my sticker endeavors, is I've been creating graphics and concept stuff that I really like. Recently I did a series of concept photo cards from like Western artists that I really love listening to. So that's pretty cool if you want to check that out again. But I am looking forward to posting a lot more on here. Also on TikTok. Number 3, I definitely need to sleep. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I am a night owl through and through, and nothing can change about that. I even tried sleeping early last night so I could film this video earlier, so I'm not like struggling to film it last second and then run and do all my chores I have to do today. Sleeping, I know. Everyone says that if you get the right amount of sleep every night, you're gonna feel a lot better in the morning. And it's true, it is definitely true. And also it matters when you fall asleep, because although I want to say I get enough sleep because I fall asleep at 2 o'clock and wake up at like 11, that's not quality sleep. Quality sleep is going to bed at a reasonable time and and waking up at a reasonable time, which I haven't done either of. So I'm hoping to work on this one the most so that, you know, the noggin up here and the body feels rejuvenated. Number 4, take more risk. Put my Aries moon into action. Bestie, if I could tell myself a year ago that I got to live in a city, drive across the country, go to cities for less than 48 hours, explore more, learn more about myself through all these risks, I could only imagine what she'd tell me. But a lot of my favorite adventures this year have come from taking a risk, especially one where I went to 2 concerts by myself. I went to Nikki and I saw Law of the next day. And at Nikki, I met one of my friends now. Her name is Emily, and we messaged here and there about concerts. So shout out to Emily. I love you. And then love getting to see someone in concert and experiencing that by yourself with like no judgment from people that you know around you while you sing the lyrics is so spiritual in a way. So I'm looking forward to doing a lot more of that in the coming year. Number 5 would be more appreciative of life. I kind of gave myself a very let's survive this mentality rather than let's thrive in this mentality. And I've been unlearning that. I'm gonna be honest, this one I still haven't gotten better at doing. And that kind of falls back on the whole experience of moving across the country, then moving back home after thinking my life would be a certain way at this time and point in. It was really hard at first because obviously you want to succeed and you want to, you want to appreciate the decisions you're making in real time. But for me, it's hard when you're clouded by the expectations you're setting for yourself. And I can say only a month or month and a half of being home, that the experience I got from living in San Francisco is something that I'm going to take with me, including the friends I made, including learning how to live in a new, different environment. I'm gonna take those lessons, and when my life plays out the way it's gonna play out in 2023, I know for a fact it's gonna all mean something, it's all gonna work out. So that's just something that I feel like I definitely want to work on a little bit more. in the coming year. Anyways, I know that I only went through kind of like the goals. I didn't let myself speak because obviously the person I am filming today versus the person I was filming this video was I'm filming in an empty house where I can be as loud as I want to be. This Liesl is filming in the middle of the night where she's rambling to herself, which is okay because, you know, growth is growth. All in all, looking at myself now versus looking at myself then, I have definitely grown so much. And I'm looking forward to keep growing, not only as someone who makes videos for herself to look back on and to reflect on, but also just as a person and someone in her 20s, and kind of keeping in mind that like my 20s are meant for exploring and trying to figure out like who I want to be, you know, who I want to be next year, who I want to be in a couple months from now, who I want to be even tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this was as fun for you as it was for me looking back on my old goals that I set for myself. Hopefully in the next coming videos or even the next one, I'll be making a whole new list of what I plan to prep for 2023, which is only 2 months, like less than 2 months away. So I look forward to that. I will see you guys next week. Bye.